Hi everyone, this is Xerxes and welcome to Alibaba Cloud Online Training. In this lesson, we'll talk about how to resize ECS data disk and change system disk. So here are the knowledge points and process and resources that will be used in this lesson. These experiments are designed to help you learn how to resize a data disk and how to change the system disk of an existing ECS instance. These experiments include the following knowledge points for you to learn. First is how to resize an ECS data disk. Second is how to change an ECS system disk. So we'll start the lab environment and then the system automatically creates a Windows ECS server. The ECS instance operating system version is Windows 2008 and is assigned a 40 gigabyte data disk. We'll create a file in the data disk, resize the data disk to 60 gigabytes, and then check whether the file is affected or not. We'll create a file system with increased disk space, create a file in the system disk, create a file system disk snapshot, and then create a custom image on the basis of the snapshot. So after that, we'll stop the ECS instance, use the custom image, change the system disk by using the custom image, resize the system disk to 60 gigabytes, and then check whether the file in the system disk is affected. So for the resources, we just need to have an ECS server with Windows Server 2008. And for the requirements, you should be familiar with the use of Windows operating system, familiar with adding a disk to Windows, and the creation of a system or a file system. You should be familiar with the creation of an ECS disk snapshot and the creation of a custom image. And lastly, you should be familiar with changing of an ECS instance to system disk. So, just to give you an idea, when you enter the ECS console, the default region area may be different because of the different network addresses of your logon location. So if you find that the resource automatically created in the document does not exist at the console interface, please, just manually switch to the United States Silicon Valley's region. All right, so let's get started. First is you just have to click the Start Lab, which I already did. It's located in the upper right corner of the screen. It's now Stop Lab because I already have clicked it earlier. Next thing is on the bottom part, you'll see the login information. Okay. So you just have to click the username for you to copy it, okay? And then click open the console. There you go. So there you go. It will ask for the login information. So just again copy, then paste it here. For the password, yeah, just have to copy it also and then paste it and then click on log on. Okay, as you can see the console now. So we don't need to do anything in the other system there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and check the ECS instance. So click ECS. And then as you can see, there's one instance running. So let's check that instance. So for this instance, you will see the information, the instance ID or name, the zone or the region, IP address, configuration, billing method. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and connect to that instance. Okay, so for us to do that, you'll just have to click on connect. Okay. And then it will ask for a VNC password. Since we haven't configured the VNC password yet, just close it. And we're going to go ahead and modify the VNC password. We'll set you'll have to set your own password for this one. So just click on modify VNC password located in the upper right corner. That's it. So as you can see, please enter a new password. So I'm going to use a simple password, which is 123456, and confirm it. 6. Hit OK. There we go. So for us to go back to where it's asking for the VNC password again, just have to click on Send Remote Command in the upper left corner of the screen, and then click on Connect to Management Terminal. So as you can see, it's asking for the VNC password, so enter the VNC password that you created, then hit OK. There you go. So the interface of the ECS console is shown. So we can log on to the system after entering the password, but the default password, or the password that is used here, is N lowercase k, and then uppercase Y H G 890 ... Again, it's lowercase n as in Nancy, k as in kilo, uppercase Y as in Yankee, H as in hotel, G as in golf, 890 ... So for us to log in, you'll just have to click on Send Remote Command. Instead of pressing Control Alt Delete on your keyboard, just select Control Alt Delete in the drop down menu. There you go. And then for us to enter the password, we can actually make it simpler by clicking on Input Commands and then type in the password here, which is the one that I just gave you, the lowercase ny, uppercase YHG 890 ... and hit OK. Okay, that's weird. So let's try it again. Lowercase nk, uppercase YHG 890 ... Hit OK. And then, there you go. So we were able to log on to the instance now. So as you can see, there's a message saying you must restart your computer to apply these changes. You just ignore that one and then click on Close. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and check the current system disk by going to the Start, or clicking Start, and then Computer. As you can see, there are two system disks, or two storage devices installed in your computer, or in the ECS. So now we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and create a file in the data disk. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and create a file in the local disk E. Just double click it, and then right click, and then click on New Text Document. I'm going to use LabX as the file name. And then type anything. I'm going to type Alibaba, and then save it. Okay, let's try to check if it was saved. Oh, okay, as you can see, it was actually saved. So there's nothing wrong with the system disk. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and resize the data disk to 60 gigabytes. So we're going to go ahead and close this instance. And then first, to create or to resize the data disk, we will need to stop the ECS instance first. So you'll have to go back to the ECS instances. So as you can see, I'm in the running ECS now. For you to stop that, you just have to click More, and then Instance Status, then click on Stop. So there's a message that will pop up saying operation will be executed in the selected one instance. Are you sure you want to proceed? Just click on OK. Okay, let's just wait. As you can see, let's wait for the instance. So once the instance stopped, we can go ahead and uh, go click on Cloud Disk. So we're gonna go ahead and try to resize it. So here, as you can see, just click on More, and then click on Resize Disk. So that's actually the current capacity, which is 40 gigabyte. We're gonna go ahead and change it to 60. Okay, and then click on ECS service terms, accept, and then click on confirm to resize, and then click on already read, since we already have read it before. Okay, so resizing is successful. Click on back to disk list. Let's go ahead and check if it was applied. So we're going to go ahead and go back to the instance. So as you can see, it was stopped. We're going to go ahead and make it run again. So yep, click on more, instance status, and then click on start. Click OK. So next what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and go back to the console. So we'll have to connect to your ECS console again. And to do that, just have to click on connect. So let's just wait for the ECS to start running. Okay, there you go. As you can see, it's running now. So we're good to go. Just click on connect. So remember the VNC password that we just modified a while ago? I used 123456 and hit OK. Okay. So, okay, and for the password, yep, send remote command, Control Alt Delete, type in the password, input command, so lowercase ny, or I'm sorry, nk, uppercase yhg 890 ... Hit OK. That's it. Okay, so right now we're gonna go ahead and check if the 20 gigabytes was actually added, or the system disk was resized to 60 gigabytes. Okay, so to do that, you'll just have to click on Administrative Tools, and then click on Computer Management, and then click on Disk Management. So as you can see, there is another 20 gigabytes unallocated. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add this disk to the instance. So to do that, you just have to right click the 20 gigabytes and then click on New Simple Volume. And then just click on Next. As you can see, the maximum disk space is 20 gigabytes in the simple. So it's just the same. So that's 20 megabytes, or 20,479 megabytes is equivalent to 20 gigabytes. So click on Next. And then, yep, assign the following driver letter. Next. And then click on Next again. Click on Finish. There you go. So once we're done, it should show the bottom, or the 20 gigabyte as, or it's actually as formatting. So it should show up as new volume, drive F. Alright, so next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and enter the computer interface. So let's try to check if we can see the 20 gigabytes. Click on Start, Computer. Oh, there you go. So we have successfully resized the ECS disk, or that disk. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and create a file on the system disk. So just double click on the drive C. Okay, and then just like what we did a while ago, just right click on the blank page and then click on new and then text document. So I'm gonna try to use Alibaba as my file name and then Labex or Labex. Then save it. Let's try to check if the file is being affected. Let's try to open it. There you go. So there's nothing wrong in the file. So it's perfectly working. So we're going to go ahead and close it. Now, what we're going to do next is we're going to go ahead and create a snapshot. So let's go back to the ECS or the console. So I closed it, the ECS console, and then went back to the ECS instance. So creating a system disk snapshot may take like 10 minutes to complete. So yeah, we'll just have to be patient with this. Okay, so let's get started. So click on, let's see, click on Cloud Disk. Okay, as you can see at the bottom, 40 gigabytes. Let's create one. Click on create snapshot. Okay, so as you can see, I'm gonna name my snapshot as Labex, and then click on OK. You can name it whatever you want as long as you remember what's inside of it. So click OK. So after creating the system snapshot, we're gonna go ahead and create a custom image on the basis of the snapshot. So let's just wait for it to complete. Yeah, this may take a while, like 10 minutes. Alright, so we are now at 35%. So guys, just please be patient with this. You can take a quick break or do whatever you need to do, or just make yourself busy and check the progress every time. So let me check. Oh, we are now 37. So let's just wait a few more minutes. I think this will take roughly 5 more minutes. Okay, you can actually click on refresh button on the upper, just below the profile picture. Sometimes the progress doesn't move, so just click on refresh. So we are now at 78%. So just a few more minutes and we're done here. So after we create this snapshot, we're gonna go ahead and create a custom image on the basis of the snapshot. Yep. So yeah, we're now at 79%. Okay. Hi guys. So we are now at 96%. So yeah, we're almost there. Just have to be patient. Just have to be patient for a few more minutes. Yep. So 3% more and we're good to go. Two percent more. So there you go. So we have successfully created a snapshot. So after creating snapshot, we're gonna go ahead and create a custom image. So as what I mentioned a while ago, while we're still waiting for it to complete. So to do that, you just have to click on create custom image. Okay. So yep, I'm gonna use laybacks_image. I'm gonna use this as my image name and image description. And then click on create. So once you have successfully created the custom image, just click on images. Okay, as you can see, the image is already available. So we can use this custom image which we created to the system or to change the system disk. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and change the system disk and resize it. So we will need to go back to the instance. Okay. And then click on more. Click on disk and image. Okay. And then we'll create a custom image. So there you go. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. So what we're going to do first is we're going to go ahead and stop the instance. Yep, hit OK. So once the instance is already stopped, that's when we can change system disk. So a while ago, I did not stop the instance, so that's why I don't have the option to change the system disk. So now I have the option. So yep, just click on more and then click on disk and image and then change system disk. Then click on yes, change system disk. Okay, so we are now changing system disk. So click on custom image. Click on the name of the image that you just created earlier, and then see, get 60 gigabytes. Change to 60, and then let's see. We'll have to set password now. So as the login name administrator, a while ago we used a different login password, the lowercase ny, something like that. Now we're gonna go ahead and create a different password. So I'm gonna use a different password now. Okay. And then click on ECS service terms and product terms of service, and then confirm the change. So there we go. System disk changed. So we have successfully changed the system disk. So yep, click on return to disk. So right now we're gonna go ahead and change the instance, or we'll have to run the instance again. So we will need to run the instance so that we can go ahead and connect to the instance. So we'll have to connect back to the instance just like what we did a while ago. So as you can see, instance is now starting. So let's just wait for a few more seconds. As you can see, the instance is already up and running. So we'll have to connect to the instance. Just click on connect. So the management terminal, it will ask for the VNC password that we just modified a while ago. So what I've used was 123456 and hit OK. Okay. As you can see, there's a Windows recovery error. Okay, hold on. It started Windows normally, automatically, I guess. So let's just wait for it. Okay, there you go. So send remote command, Control Alt Delete for us to be able to log in. So I'm gonna use my custom password now. Okay, there we go. So after logging on, we can see that the system disk has been resized to 60 gigabytes. So we'll go ahead and check that. Yeah, there you go. So 60 gigabytes now. Save or create another file, or we'll check if the file that we saved earlier is still accessible. Right now, we have learned how to resize an ECS data disk and how to change the system disk. So the first practice task was about data disk resizing. First, we created a file in this ECS instance. Then we resized the data disk and checked whether or not the resizing operation affected the file in the data disk. So finally, we created a file system and added it to the ECS instance. The second experiment was about how to change the system disk. We created a file in the ECS instance system disk, created a custom image, changed the system by using the custom image, and then resized the system disk. Finally, we checked whether the file was affected when the system disk was changed and resized it. From these two practical tasks, we acquired the necessary know-how to resize an ECS instance's disk, to create a disk snapshot, to add a disk to the Windows system, and to create a file system. So I think that's all for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoy. Bye now.